What's up, YouTube? 606 Garage. Next video coming up, I did a set of plug wires for this Capri. I kind of went in depth on it, but I didn't have an introductory video for it, so here it is. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm learning as I go. This YouTube is a lot harder than it looks. I mean, you know, you watch the videos, you're like, oh, I'd do that different. Well, I got news for you. It's a little bit different when you're actually trying to do it. So just bear with me, doing the best I can. And follow along as I cut these plug wires. I just basically take a universal set of plug wires and put them on the car. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Anyway, let's get to cutting these wires, getting them fitted up, just so I can just take it all back apart again later. I need to get those heads cleaned up, get that intake, start porting all that intake. And then we're going to, like I said, we're going to throw this in there as stock roller, HO. We're going to put the E7 heads on there, cleaned up. That's it. I might relap the valves. I don't even know if I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put an identical intake to this on there that I'm porting. I'm going to go ahead and finish that port job up on that, and I may do like a quick video on it or something like that, just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. It might be just a short. So let's get started. I'll do a quick clip on cutting these wires and how I lay these out, and I'll show you why I run the 90 degree boots. Is almost hassle-free. You know, this car is running straight boots on one side, 345s on the other side, and the only reason I could run when I went to the platinum plugs, it was a little bit shorter, and it got me about 1/8 inch off the header, and this plug has survived before it was touching. The plug wire was touching. I decided I don't like that. I like insurance. I like security. I bought 90 degree boots, and if this Accel plug wire set works out pretty good, and I think it's going to look bad because it's I think it's going to look good. Because it's yellow with orange ends. Just, I mean, take me back to the 70s and 60s. I love these wires. Let's get started. Okay, so I use these right here. Give you a quick rundown on what these are, how these work, blah, blah, blah. All right, so get you a quick close-up. I'm going to do this the best I can for you guys. Stick him in there. Like I say, give yourself about an inch, a little less. Pull it off. All right. So this ain't now what I seen. You see this this dotted line? Fold him back. Now this is the spine. This is the back of it. So that means it's going on the wire like that. Now, this right here, I've noticed it's better to go ahead and start pre-bending that right there and get it ready. That way she's ready to crimp. All right, so now whenever you put it's going to crimp. Like I said, this is the spine. This is the spine. Fold it in there. I might have crimped it a little bit too much. No. All right. See how that looks? Covered up. She's lined up with the letters. You just take this thing like so. Get it where you want it. I usually try to flush it up on the back. Looks good. And then it releases. And it's a good crimp. Say just put a little bit of this. I'll put as much as I want to now. It's the last one, but I didn't use a quarter of that. It doesn't take much. It just kind of, you know, whatever. I'm assuming this is some kind of a dielectric grease. And then obviously, that goes on a plug. This goes down. Then I flip it over. And there it is. It's one plug wire, done. Whenever you buy a set of plug wires, universal plug wires, they'll give you like 2 little dies. I'm gonna tell you, these don't cost very much. And you know, the risk you take on damaging, like these plug wires aren't expensive. But I mean, they're $55. Who's got money to throw away $55? You know, and obviously these are going to be, I think you can get these anywhere from like 25 to 50 bucks. Depending on quality. I think these are middle of the road. I think they're like 30 something. They work okay. And you mess one set up, it's over. It's over. You know, now you've got one set of plug wires. It's paid for itself. Then you would, you know, you try to save money by not buying the right tools to do the job. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. So you notice I put the shortest ones first. That's it for, yeah. Yep. So basically, what I'm doing is, I put the shortest ones to the front, and then so on. Because my distributor's in the front. Chevrolet, obviously, you'd be doing it the opposite way. And I just take one of each. So I'm not confused, because I get confused easily. Now, I go to the other side. And I do the same thing. But this makes it easier for me to not screw up. Once again, I'm going to cut this to the full length because it doesn't matter to me on this one particularly. It's easy to hide the excess. So, basically I just, a little bit like that, about an inch. I fold him back like so. I stick it in there like so. Once he's where he needs to be, maybe I should just go ahead and stick this in here like this. All right, you definitely got to help it some. And then you squeeze. And then it's done. See there? And it makes the prettiest crimp. And it, you know, it's done. They provide you a gel to put on here. This particular one, I don't feel like it needs it. But I once again feel like I made a mistake. All right, so let me go, let me go get that gel that it comes with. This right here. Let me go ahead and tell you. They don't give a man much of it. A little bit of that gel. I know the pre-made plug wires so much easier. But you know, there ain't nothing like some custom fit wires. Oh yeah, it's so much better. do I see? I'm seeing something. Oh, it's this. Look like a white piece of paper. It is. It's interesting. Something inside there. See, it looks like a white. I'm not sure. I got me a little pick here. Okay, I just touched it and it disappeared. So now we got what we need to. It was just like a piece of rubber. It just snapped like a rubber band. All right, so now this one's done. You know, just one by one. Another reason I left this long, I'm going to eventually move this. I might have to move this coil. It's still not going to be long enough, but all right, so there's that. Let me see. Now, I just do these one by one, but let me show you a trick that I do. Let's do the easiest one first. And I actually kind of like the way the length of these wires. They actually work out really well. I should have took this off. I'm gonna take that air breather off. All right, we start removing this wire right here. This is number 1, or this is number 5, sorry. Now, I can pretty much mark it, but I prefer to prefer to go ahead and run it and see where she lands. Okay, so this is where yep. So here's the way you do it. You basically, so here's what I do. It goes right here. Now the very end of the plug wire, you can figure that's about, you know, give yourself some slack, but I like to try to reach the farthest one away to make sure I got enough for, you know, for room to move, whatever. This is where I'm gonna cut this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get a few boots. I'm gonna get 4 boots. Alright, got my 4 boots. I'm getting 4 connectors. Alright, 4 connectors, because I don't plan on messing up. Which is a mistake. I should have went ahead and got an extra one. Now, I have cut my wire. giving myself some extra. I can't deal with this fiberglass. Now, like I said, that's what I found to be the easiest thing to do. All right, so easiest thing for me to do so far, stick this in here, get it started. Done. All right. I'll just put, at least slide us a little bit of this goober grease on here. And there it is. So I'm gonna do this to all these. You kind of seen, I'll do one more for you. Let's pop number 6 off here. And these plug wires are pretty much shot, done, over, toast. Now this thing came with looms too, wire looms. And it is, you know, these little things right here. Now this is the factory one that actually goes on the bolts, but obviously we're not using those. The new ones are over there. Once I get all these wires ran, I'm gonna put them in looms and tighten them up, and tidy them up, sorry. So let me go ahead and finish this side. I think that looks pretty neat, pretty dressed up. Let me get the other side, and that's pretty much gonna conclude doing plug wires. One thing I wish I'd have done that I will remember to do from now on, I want to try to keep these plugs uniform as to how they work. So, plug wires, or as to how they look, rather. But there'll be many more sets to come. I got to cut a set for that 79 coupe over there. And guess what? They're going to be yellow. Because that's an old school car. Old school. Wide headers. You know. Alright, perfect. I recommend saving a few of your old plug wires. You don't have to save them all. But you should always keep at least, say, 2 or 3 long wires in your car. Because, you know, you just keep a short one or something, you'll burn up a long one. A long one will reach any of them. So, I would definitely keep an extra plug wire in your car. Or 2 or 3 or whatever. Like now with this particular car, if I was going to go to, say, Florida or something like that, I'd probably throw a carburetor rebuild kit in the car, and I would probably throw like a fuel pump, a couple, maybe 1 or 2 belts, a alternator, water pump, stuff like that you can easily change. I wouldn't say exactly on the side of the road, but you could, you know, almost limp it to a gas station or something like that. Maybe not if a fuel pump was out, but perfect. All right, guys, that is it. It's done. I think they turned out fairly well. Pretty happy with it. It was an easy fix, and this video took way longer than I thought it would over something so simple. But, you know, instead of just buying you know, one size fits all, buy the universal set, cut your wires, make sure they fit good, and, you know, make your engine bay look pretty clean. So, you know, ugly run plug wires is a pet peeve of mine. I'm going to do something different with this because I don't like this running around. But other than that, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the plug wire video. Please like and subscribe if you like it. I've got a lot to do this car. It's going to take a lot to get it in the 12s. But I'm definitely going to do my best to do something to this car every week. I've stayed very consistent with doing something with it every week. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me what you don't like about it. I'll see if I can change it, or I may not even care if you like it or not. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, guys. See you next weekend.